Hello and welcome to a book review by Warhammer 40k bookreviews.com. Today I'm taking a look at Lords of Mars by Graham McNeill. After having finished Priests of Mars, the first book in this Mechanicus-focused trilogy, I was very impressed by McNeill's ability to capture the feeling of this technology-worshipping order. Priests of Mars not only establishes the quirks and strangeness of the Mechanicus in a way that makes them relatable yet fascinatingly alien, it also sets up an intriguing adventure into the unknown of deep space. I was therefore quite excited to start reading Lords of Mars and dig ever deeper into the world of the Mechanicus, and also learn more of the fate of the expedition into the territory beyond the perilous Halo Scar. Before I get into talking about the book itself, I just want to make it clear that Lords of Mars is very much a sequel to Priest of Mars and assumes that you have already read the first book. There are very few attempts at recapping or retelling the events of the first book, so it really is a must to have read the first book before you start on Lords of Mars, which at least has the effect of letting us get right into the action from the get-go. The story opens with the expedition making planetfall on a planet beyond the dangerous space phenomenon known as the Halo Scar. Archmagus Kotov continues his search for the mythical technological device, the Breath of the Gods, but it soon becomes apparent that there are many dangers beyond the Halo Scar, and before long the whole expedition is once again cast into mortal peril. Besides the main story of Kotov, McNeill continues the many different side stories that were established in Priest of Mars. Like in Priest of Mars, I feel that there are few too many threads to really make them all interesting, and I wish that we could have cut out a couple of them that really do very little in the way of actually contributing meaningfully to the plot anyway. My biggest gripe with the story, however, is that it simply falls a bit flat after the build-up of the first book. On more than one occasion, I was reading the wrap-up of a big hook from the first book and found myself feeling cheated out of a satisfying conclusion. It seems like McNeill has so much stuff going on and is so keen on setting up new big dramatic hooks that he barely had time to deliver resolutions to the first book's major points. Furthermore, the main story in Lords of Mars is just not as well put together or interesting as that in Priest of Mars. Rather than tense politics and insidious alien phenomenons, there is too heavy reliance on unsatisfying battle sequences that lack the intensity and impact of the relatively small and contained battles of the first book. If the story is lacking, then at least McNeill continues to deliver strongly written characters that feel distinct and developed. The many different characters of Lords of Mars were the main reason I still got some enjoyment out of the book. McNeill still does a good job of portraying the Mechanicus, but I also really enjoyed the writing of the Black Templars and their quest to bring glory in the name of the Emperor. At the end of the day, I can't help feeling disappointment of Lords of Mars. The premise for a really great second book was established in Priest of Mars, but in the end there are too many of the pain points from the first book and not enough of its strength in this sequel. It's not that Lords of Mars is a terrible Warhammer 40k book, but in light of the expectations that I had for it, I just don't think it holds up. If you're a huge Mechanicus fan, then you can still read through Lords of Mars and find some decent entertainment. But if you're not all about the cogs and the red robes, then I would recommend that you give this one a pass. I give Lords of Mars 2 out of 5 chainswords.